I'm going to pull from the Sacred Rebels deck. You know, I am a very spiritual reader. I realize that I might have a hard time finding my little collective here, but you guys are out there and I'll find you. Or you'll find me, something. That last one was for me. Okay. So, a lot of people join the service because they're called to service. At times, we know the military can be a letdown in terms of being able to express your desire to serve. Once you get out, there's a void that happens where now what do I do and who am I to this world and what service can I possibly offer? Frequently, you know, folks come out of the service with injuries on the spiritual level, on the emotional level, on the physical level, financial level. I mean, the service can break you. And it is a special person who chooses that method of service. The cards that I'm seeing in front of me are very much in alignment with that message that came out. This come to life is a call to reach within oneself to recognize what is sacred and aligned with the service to others paradigm, connection to a higher power. This feels like activation energy, like, you know, I really do feel that the veterans possess a very particular skill set. I think everybody knows this. And the veterans' capacity to weather the storm and the experience of having been through the storm is something that the population in most of the United States doesn't have the experience of. The vets that served in World War II are, you know, there's approximately 350,000 World War II veterans that are extremely vulnerable to the current pandemic situation. Those veterans possess incalculable wisdom and experience. If you belong to that collective, make sure you're sharing that information. Make sure you're speaking up and you're saying your truth. It needs to be heard now. That's true for all generations and all collectives of veterans, but I am being called in particular to speak to World War II veterans because it's very easy to become invisible in a world with this much complications. And you're not invisible. Your contribution is incalculable, immeasurable. There's no way to repay the sacrifices that have been made on so many levels that service members make in all branches. Make sure that you can't take care of other people unless you're taking care of yourself. We've heard this, everyone says this, but it's very, very easy to forget when the fray happens and then you're vulnerable. Okay, nobody can afford to do that now. You have to put you first so that you can continue and do more work. Continue to serve. This is not a time to sacrifice yourself. This is a time to round the wagons, be mindful and practical, not reactive, not overly emotional. This is a time to connect with the people that you love. Make sure they know it. And to share your wisdom. Share your understanding. Collaborate, create small communities, find better ways to do things. This is the opportunity in this energy. When we have chaos, chaos is like a really jacked up soup. There are ingredients that can be extrapolated though. Like there are those that are made to make order out of chaos. Okay, so there probably are a lot of people in this collective that are having sleep issues, losing sleep over what's going on. And once again, this is a message reaching out from the angelic realm. Actually, this is, I'm getting very strong Jesus frequency, Jesus consciousness, frequency energy coming in to support this collective very strongly. Really wanting to bolster and work with you in aligning to an inner peace. Okay, that's what's coming through. Inner peace. Inner peace is found through connectedness with God. Mindfulness practices. Quieting your mind. Lots of 3 energy here, collaborative energy. I know the word is isolate, 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 but you know, find your safe collective and collaborate. Bring to the table what you know, what you've experienced. Wow, holy shit. Wow. I've never seen this happen before. Okay, I don't know if I can show this to you. Ace 2. Ace 2. 2. I pulled 3 of the 2s out of this card deck and 2 aces out of 5 cards. This is opportunity, even in ugliness. Okay, this is opportunity to collaborate. This is opportunity. Wow. To create something brand new. This is what I was talking about. This is an opportunity to like create this could have something to do with an intentional community, which is kind of an odd message. But I feel like that's very possible. But what is coming through really strongly is this this message of connectedness. Even if you don't have a collective, I don't. You know, I'm totally on my own, and my collective is my spirit team, and my partner is God. Even if that's your case, it is still important that you you recognize you recognize your value. You don't, if there's a person watching this who's sitting at home and possibly is dealing with health issues, loneliness, and fear, and mortality, the feeling of mortality, understand this is a human experience. We die. We're mortal. And it isn't fair to subject yourself to pain that you don't need. You know, like if you're spending any time thinking about past events, and I'm feeling like really old past events, like unresolved issues that goes back 30 years. If you're thinking about that stuff, if you're like obsessing about it, or if you're stuck in your head, now is the time to recognize that you are human, and you know, you are an expression of God himself. You are the creator walking around on this planet in the version of you. So there's nothing wrong with you. Your path has been your path. And no matter what you did or experienced or were exposed to, you still are a divine, sacred soul, no matter what. And this is the thing we have to remember that's hard, and it's, you know, not as pretty as we like, but maybe it is pretty as we like. I mean, the cycle of life is beautiful. You really look at it from just the perspective of how the animals do it, like all the different creatures involved in the breakdown and the rebuild. It's all incredible. And wow, I'm just getting this incredibly protective energy over, and I still just keep getting World War II veterans, World War II veterans. I might actually title this video that, in hopes it reaches you guys, because I just feel like there's somebody out there feeling very fragile. And you're not. Your soul is a beast. Okay? Whatever's going on with your physical body, you know, that's just a vessel. It's for now. Your soul is divine. It's immortal, and it's forever. And this person that I'm tapping into right now, it's just such generous energy. It's very, I don't want to say soft, but it's very loving. This person is a giver, okay? A giver. So, overgiving. No overgiving. You can't do that. It'll make you vulnerable. You need to recognize your boundaries and work within those. This restore and replenish. Keep yourself safe, you know, as safe as you can. This is tough times. But, and embrace the life you have right in front of you. Not what's going on tomorrow and not what happened yesterday. You zero control of those two things. You have right now. You literally have this exact moment to choose to live in it, to be present in it, to connect with the higher God, to connect to a higher power or God, what is ever true for you. For me, it's God, which is a creator, which is all things and everything. And I do align with the Jesus Christ frequency. Absolutely. It's a gateway to God. It's the Son of God. So I'm going to just pull one more card here from this deck here. Whoever this person is, I just want to wrap you up in a toasty wool blanket and give you a cup of Earl Grey tea and some yummy vanilla ice cream. I don't know where all that came from, but I just want you to be awesome. All right. I would like my shuffle to be sort of awesome, but that's a different story. It's so broken. I've been seeing this in all my videos. So broken. Yeah, so here we go again. This restore and replenish and the stillness. I mean, things are coming to a halt, right? You know, we've all gone to the store and we're stocking up on toilet paper and business, whatnot. And so there is this feeling of sort of the energy of kind of everybody like kind of put the brakes on, reevaluating where they're at right now and what they might need to do going forward to, you know, adapt to the next couple of months as this comes in and peaks. Yep, and that I didn't even realize this is going forward, and I started talking about going forward and exactly what that looks like for us, you know, or not exactly, but that was the message coming through, is to stay in a state of mindfulness in this as still in your mind as possible. The collective energy is extremely reactive. There's a lot of panic energy in the ethos. There's a lot of tension and fear. If you are an empath, you may not even know you're an empath. If you are a water sign, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, you might be picking up on stuff you don't even know it's not yours. That's why these mindfulness practices are so important, because if you're picking up all kinds of garbage from the collective around you, thinking it's yours, real hard to stay centered like that, right? And even in the most difficult times, humans must find joy. It's part of our nature. It's part of what's required. You know, this pleasure card, nobody really feels very pleasurable right now, but dominoes, cards, candy lane, whatever, Pictionary, gardening. Things could change and we could find ourselves restricted from things that we previously had free access to. We adapt. Who better to adapt than a veteran? Who better to adapt than a veteran? I am really just sending out a huge Shakti transmission to anybody who is watching this video, because if you're still watching this video and you've resonated so far, I want you to know unequivocally you are loved by the divine. Absolutely. You are. You are. Thank you for watching this video. I hope it was of some assistance. And God bless.